Check it. Now I know this might seem strange, but I got a mic review coming at y'all today. So I advise you to sit your butt down, 'cause I'm about to drop some mad knowledge on you right now. So you should subscribe. Oh, you should subscribe to me as long as you're comfortable and you feel secure. Hit the thumbs up, please. What is going on, everybody? I am Drew Romeo, and today we're going to be reviewing the Blue Snowball versus the Fifine K668. Don't even think about going anywhere. And bam, ladies and gentlemen, it feels so good to be back with you guys right now. I'm here talking to you with the Fifine K668 while you're watching the unveiling, the unboxing of this microphone. So the box was pretty sturdy. I couldn't say much about that. As I'm pulling out the mic, there's one thing I really noticed right away was the fact that it actually had some body to it. That's the standard stand that comes along with it, with the rubber stopper endings. And I'm going to do a test so you can hear how much, I guess, metal this thing actually has on it. Metal mesh top right there is really well built, really solid microphone, I could say right off the bat. And you can actually hear the metal cling to it. Just to give an example right there. And really, so far, I'm impressed. It even comes with a standard foam cap, so to block out the p and the s's as you pronounce. So therefore, nothing's actually, I guess, distorting your sound. And right there, ladies and gentlemen, is your entire set. Some of the benefits now to this mic is that it's sturdy, it's solid, it doesn't feel cheap at all, has a long enough USB cord for whatever needs you may need on the desktop, and also comes with a standard stand with the rubber stoppers at the bottom, which I found was a fine touch. Another plus was that there were not a lot of plastic pieces onto the stand. They was mixed with metal, rubber, and a little bit of plastic on the connection piece, which is not a problem, but having metal on there for that kind of price range, I really give them a big thumbs up on that. Now, on to some of the drawbacks that I found out with the Fifine K668 microphone. I found out that they had some choppy sounds at times, even when standing at a normal distance from the mic. I've noticed that also some of that choppiness can be reduced if you go ahead and maneuver the settings, the actual mic volume settings, not the master volume for your computer or wherever you're plugging it into, but the actual volume for the mic. It needs to be adjusted if you want to do away with some of that feedback, some of the poppy sounds. The gain seems to be up by default, and in order to control that, you need to control the volume pertaining to the mic specifically. All right, everybody, this is the first mic test right over here. I'm facing the microphone about a foot and a half away. I'm flush against the chair right now, and this is about normal speaking distance if I were to use it for a podcast or anything normal like that on the computer. I'd probably be a little closer. If I get a little closer, I lean in, and you might hear some feedback, which is one of the things I noticed about this mic. This is the Fifine K668, and you know, and the quality from what I've seen from having it for about a week or so, I've noticed that there was some poppy sounds. If you adjust the volume of the actual microphone, you can actually get some of those feedbacks removed. But again, you'd have to do some refining. It's not one of those you just plug and play, although it is technically a plug and play microphone. But when you just plug it in without any adjustments, you may be at risk for having some poppy sounds or some feedback if you don't adjust the mic accordingly. So again, a foot and a half away, what you're hearing is the quality of the mic. I do have the foam cap on, you know, just to kind of block out from any AC that's blowing in here right now. And, you know, the other microphone, the blue mic, which I'm going to be reviewing next, is going to have, it's in its own casing, and you'll see in the next test. In doing some manual tests with the polar patterns, I just moved my head around, and you notice that I went around the mic a little bit to see how much of noise or sound or my voice that it could pick up. And I mean, it did okay for what I expected. Nothing out of this world. It's really a direct cardioid type mic. Picks up sounds a little bit from the if you had somebody talking in the background and you're recording something. most likely you would pick up some of that noise in the background, okay? It's not like a clean cardioid pattern, but if you're standing in front of the mic and you're speaking to it with the foam cap on, it actually has very decent quality. Definitely a mic that I would actually consider buying if I had that type of budget or was constrained to that type of budget. I would 100% go for this mic. I would have nothing holding me back, knowing that I would upgrade soon. Moving on now to the comparison of the Blue Snowball coming up next. And now for the Yeti Snowball. Yeti Snowball. How? Yeti Snowball is the contender here. The Blue Yeti Snowball. Sorry, I keep calling it the Blue Yeti Snowball. It's the Blue Snowball. And it's a very popular desktop microphone, highly respected amongst most YouTubers and content creators out there. Check out the test review. All right, guys, in front of us right now is the Blue Snowball, and I am about, again, a foot and a half away from it, and I'm sitting in a chair, back is flushed against. What you're hearing is the actual quality, and it is one of 3 settings right now. This is the cardioid pattern. Number 2 will be cardioid -10 decibel padding that comes in that setting. Number 3 is going to be the omnidirectional, and I'm going to test all 3 of them for you in a moment. But right now, what you're hearing is the cardioid pattern. I may not be very boisterous or loud right now, but if I go in a little closer, you can hear me a lot better. And this is more natural, I guess, distance from this microphone. If you were going to speak and using it for a podcast, if you were going to use it for just a narration or overvoicing or voiceovers, you would use in this pattern. Number 2, you might probably not even hear me. All right, back against the seat again. You probably cannot even hear me right now, and I'm actually talking with a normal voice. I got to get up real close for you guys to hear me. And this setting is most likely used for if you're using an instrument or recording a guitar or anything like that, anything in a loud setting that can overpower the mic or cause feedback. That -10 decibel padding is instituted in this setting right here to kind of control some of those things. Not really your everyday used setting. If you're not a musician, you'd probably skip over and use setting 1 or 3. Number 3 is like this, and there we go. I kept talking during the switching because I wanted you to actually hear the differences, so that way you're not trying to guess what you last heard and comparing it in your head. I want you to hear it very clearly. All right, this is omnidirectional, and the beauty about this one is, or I guess what's advertised, is that you can speak all around and it'll pick up sounds around you. If you're the type that needs the sounds around you to be picked up, whether a fan blowing AC or somewhere where you're in a group of people asking a general question and asking thoughts and ideas, like a show or something like that, or a radio show, they will be able to be picked up. But let's try it right now and see if it lives up to the hype. You know, I'm turning around and I'm still talking. I'm turning around, still talking. I want you guys to hear the differences in my voice as I'm turning the mic around. And I just feel like nothing beats that direct. If you're facing the front of the mic, there's nothing that beats that quality, honestly. All right, the omnidirectional is nice, but I don't feel like it's truly omnidirectional. It's not as powerful as I'd want it to be, but it's nice to have that option available on this microphone. So switching back to cardioid pattern number 1, this is exactly what I expect. Guys, you know I have to be fair. Right now I'm speaking on the Blue Snowball right now to do this actual unboxing review. What you're looking at are the contents inside of the box of what you get. That right there, what I'm holding right now, is actually the mic. It has a wonderful premium feel to it. There is no way that it feels cheap to me at all. The stand next to it has a premium feel as well, with the rubber stopper. It's very premium feeling, and the removable USB cord. Now let's move on to conclusion. Now guys, in conclusion to this review, I want to say, starting with the Fifine K668, that it is for some pros, a cheaper option to get if you have a lower budget. At the wonderful price point of $25, you do get an amazing amount of quality for that price point. Understand that. You also have a pretty good build. It has a nice metallic feel to it. I mean, if you can hear that. Like, it's really nice, and I really feel like for the price point, you can't really complain too much. And you also have the option for swiveling up and down for while using the stand on your desktop mic. Some of the cons with it, that permanent USB cord that comes with it right here, the only thing that concerns me is that it's not exchangeable. So pretty much if you have a problem with that connection at the end of that USB cord, you're pretty much out of luck. But thankfully enough, it's affordable enough where you can actually purchase another one. But why go purchase multiple times if you can just get one that's removable and you can have one easily replaced if the USB wiring is just faulty. Also, you only have one height level. You can swivel up and down, but you can't raise it to, you know, match your height of your mouth and where you're speaking at. So you kind of have to put it on a stack of books or maybe like a shoebox or something so that you can get more direct sound to it. You know, you can't even hook it up to a boom if you wanted to. The height level is only one height. You have to swivel up and down. So if you really wanted to get a clear sound directly from your mouth, you have to have it on a stack of books or something to get it up to your eye level. So that way you can get that sound out there. And that's it pretty much for the Fifine. The popular Snowball here. Some of the roundups that I got for this one in conclusion is just that for the big plus is that it has a great build quality as well. Quality of sound, it's from Blue, so we know what to expect. You know, they have a line of products out there that just kind of stands as legendary out there in the audio world. So a lot of people know them for their condenser mics and their higher quality, higher price ticketed mics out there. But given the fact that we're doing a budget video now for this, we got to be fair and compare it exactly to the Blue Snowball and compare it to the Fifine microphone evenly, okay? They give you 3 wonderful polar pattern options that you can use. The cardioid minus 10 decibels for the padding for loud music, and you also get the omnidirectional pattern as well. And the also plus that I added was that it has an exchangeable USB connection right here. So you can see the USB connect right there. All right, and you just connect it right here, just like that, and you're good to go. Now, if something happens to this, the plus is that you get to replace this cord, and you have a good mic. You don't have to replace the entire mic because it's not permanently stuck in the mic. Now, for some of the cons that I found for the Blue microphone is that the hard plastic stand, you know, I mentioned the piece here, that plastic piece in there, I could live with that, it's fine. You have the option also, which is great, that you can bring the mic up a little bit, which is another pro, which is great because now you don't have to use a shoebox or you don't have to use anything to elevate the mic to your mouth, so that way you can have that clear sound that you're looking for when creating your content. Also, not fully omnidirectional for the con side. I expected a hit or miss because obviously it's a budget microphone, but the option was nice. It's wonderful to know that I have that option, even though it may not be the best quality omnidirectional that I've seen or heard, but at least I have that option to use that, and I love that, those 3 options there. Also a little top heavy, so of course if you have the mic, you usually have it towards the edge of your desk, and that's where I have mine. I don't have a boom stand or anything like that yet, so I use USB microphones for the majority of the content that I produce. So if the mic is hanging on to the edge or close to the edge, one of my fears is it being top heavy. So if you have it all the way extended to the top, just like so, and it's sitting on the edge, you can easily knock it down, especially because of the weight of the ball is kind of heavy. So, and if it hits the ground, there goes your mic. Thankfully enough, they have a warranty program that you can contact them about it, but you'd have to discuss to see whether or not if accidental damages are covered or not. But who wants to go through all that struggle? It's just a small con, I know. Move it back when you're not using it, so therefore you can prevent any uncertainties such as that. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed that review of the 2 microphones, the Fifine K668 and the Blue Snowball. Shout out to Kyle for sponsoring that microphone for me to do this review and allow it to be possible. So all I'm asking right now, guys, if you have any questions for anything, please drop it in the comment below. If you please have any questions about all the mics I reviewed today, check out the links below as well. I have them for all the Amazon links are located below where you can find them, and see if they fit your style and your price point. Remember, it's not a race, it's a journey, it's a marathon. Run it slow, and if you have any questions, I'm here to help. Check out the free Facebook group that I set up for you. So Freedom All Stars, for all you guys who are interested in talking about entrepreneurial experiences, entrepreneurial opportunities. I have all that laid out for you. My expertise is affiliate marketing, so if you have questions regarding those things, I'm here to help any day of the week. I also have links to courses that I've personally purchased and currently use that have helped me go on this entrepreneur journey. So if you have any questions, ask for it below. In all ways, I will say, you should subscribe. Oh, you should subscribe to me. Peace.